Is it rolling? It's rolling. Hey everybody, it's Trey and Braxton here, and welcome to...
I'm recording.
Hey everybody, it's Trey and Braxton here. Welcome to Cool Cat Productions.
What's up?
It's Trey and Braxton here. Welcome to Cool Cat Productions Plot Twist, where we take a random plot. We take a random plot from this genre online, but we tell a story. I'll be the optimist and he'll be the pessimist.
Yep.
And we'll come to awesome conclusion. Probably end in death, but that's okay. Main character, a man in his late 30s who can be quite stubborn, all right? A young woman in her late teens who is very judgmental.
Story begins on a farm. Someone receives an unexplained windfall. It's a story about loyalty. Your character investigates with the help of a good friend. So I guess
so
the
sweet.
man and the young woman can be good friends? That'd be...
All right, so it's a beautiful day outside. This sounds like a murder mystery type deal. What if she was not the victim, but she was the witness of something, and they're having to communicate?
Yeah,
right?
he could be a cop.
Okay, well, yeah.
He could be a
detective?
farm cop.
A farm cop? Is he a farm cop? Farm?
He could be a farm cop.
Is there on the farm where there is a murder, and he's having to investigate this murder.
Mm-hmm.
So, trying to look at the optimistic side of things.
Are you going to begin the story, or are we just
I am.
gonna...
This is like freaking backstory, man.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
Okay, so it's just like a normal day for him, you know. So he's there, you know. He had like a all right morning, got
What's
his
his
coffee.
name? Does he have a name?
Do you like Jerry?
Jerry sounds good.
Like, all right, time to investigate this murder, and he's super cool about it because it's like all that he does in all his life. And then this girl was there when it happened, and so he is asking her, and things are going well, but I don't think she's taking very kindly to it. Braxton, fill me in some detail.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
What
were you saying?
You weren't paying freaking attention. Okay, so there's this cop. He's in his 30s.
Jerry.
Jerry. You remember that part?
I remember the name. That's... Go, just...
Okay.
You tell me. Want me to describe the murder? I gotcha.
Yeah, well, you know, you're kind of more
I
technical with
understand.
that type of thing. I mean, kind of
Okay.
dark and brooding anyway, so.
I know. Jerry pulls up in his... What kind of cop cars are there? He
Cop
pulls
cars?
up in his Ford Explorer.
Ooh, Ford Explorer.
2016 edition, sponsored by Ford. Pulls up in his
Jerry.
Ford Explorer. Blake, the young woman, has been trying to tell the people, his deputies, Earl and John, what happened. But they're not listening to Blake. She's talking to these guys, and she's thinking in her mind how stupid these guys are. It's obvious who killed him. It's Jerry, the other cop, the sheriff. Why would Jerry have blood on his baton?
He has blood on his baton. Obviously, Blake is very upset with the cops right now. The two deputies, she's had enough with it, you know, flip the table, you know, that's her attitude about it right now. So she goes straight to Jerry and is accusatory towards him. It's like, you were here at the moment of the murder. Why in the world are you having me talk to these guys over here? It's not right, it's not fair. Look at the blood on your baton. Jerry's like, I was doing an investigation, you know, stuff like that. So it's like,
Classic Jerry.
classic Jerry. Jerry asks Blake, why were you here? Because she witnessed it. Why? They were both there?
It's because it's her sister.
Wait, so the mother of the house is a sister to Blake?
No.
To teenage Blake?
It's her mom.
It's her mom, whose sister is Blake? I caught you in a fumble.
No. Blake's sister was the one who's murdered. She saw her get murdered at her house on a farm.
Oh my gosh. Oh my freaking gosh. Okay. So we gotta introduce a new character to kind of spice things up, right?
Well, she doesn't have a friend yet.
We should have a friend come over. Blake gets so frustrated with Jeff. Jerry. Blake is so frustrated with Jerry. She's like, I can't take this anymore. So she calls up her best friend, you know. It's like...
What's her best friend's name?
Samantha.
That's good. We call her Sam.
Samantha drives up now, you know. So she's like, what happened? You know, I heard you freaking out over the phone. And so that Blake's like, oh my freaking gosh, my sister was just murdered by this guy. And list Jeff, not you. This guy. This guy. Jeff.
Jerry. It's Jerry.
Jerry.
His name is Jerry.
Who do they call though? Because honestly, if he's the sheriff and these deputies don't care.
They'll have to solve it themselves.
So meanwhile, Jerry's like so fed up with Blake and doesn't want anything to do with her. She's so accusatory. She's just a judgmental teenager, you know. And so he goes on and talks to his deputies and stuff like that.
My turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. I need you to
Okay,
help me.
so I just need a quick recap. Lauren was murdered.
by Jerry.
But Jerry, aka Jeff. But they can't prove it because the cops are in on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Lauren hasn't been home in years. Lauren's been on the road like Ginny in Forrest Gump. She's been exploring the world. Blake calls up her friend Sam. Sam comes over. Blake's in tears. She hasn't seen her sister in years, but she knows Jerry's behind it. Jerry can feel Blake's judgment in the back of his skull. And he knows that she knows he did it, but he knows she can't prove anything. Okay, so Lauren and Jerry have been sort of a thing for about a month. And she learns Jerry's true nature, how abusive he really is. Jerry starts beating her.
Sorry. This hurts my heart, so.
Okay. Almost every night. One night she becomes brave enough and actually leaves Jerry, heading home whenever Jerry catches up to her at her house. It's about 10 a.m. and she runs into the barn. Jerry close behind, his baton in hand. His knuckles are white with fury, and he catches up to her, smacking her behind the legs, right at the knees, and dropping her. She falls onto her back, and he just hits her over the head again and again and again and again.
Didn't get it. Again.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good.
Lots of agains.
Lots of agains.
Her head is turned into a paste. There's nothing
Ouch.
left. The only key that Blake had known that it was Lauren was the little bracelet that Blake had made her whenever she was 5. Lauren kept it around her wrist all this time, even as she toured the world, even as she went to find herself.
Okay. Blake is so distraught, and she just goes back. And by this time, the barn has been cleaned up. And so she just goes to the barn, and she gets in there, and she just lands on her knees, and she weeps. She just sobs and sobs, leaning over, why did this have to happen? And she's just so heartbroken.
So that was the pessimist. You're being really sad.
And she, looks around at this environment, wants to soak it all in. And she notices something still snugged in the hay. There's more evidence. And she realizes that underneath the hay is a piece of paper. So she goes and
The game is afoot.
grabs the game's afoot. So she goes and grabs the piece of paper, opens it up, and she is so overwhelmed. It's Lauren's handwriting. Lauren didn't know who to go to, so Lauren wrote a note with her situation and her plea for help just on this paper, just her emotions. She talks about this relationship and how she thought it was going to be so great. And she says, if there's anyone that can help, please save me from this man, Jerry. And then sign Lauren. They decide to take it back to sheriff's office, and they have this note, and they take it in and they're asking, hey, can you test this for fingerprints? And so they test it for fingerprints, and it comes up with her identification on it, and it is Lauren, in fact. Who wrote that paper.
Mind if I can?
You can go.
I can go? Okay. One of his deputies is there, and he rings up Jerry, and is like, Jerry, they got you, man. We cut back to Jerry at his apartment. He's piling all of his things. He's getting ready, and he gets in his car, and he's going. Blake sees this, and she knows where Jerry lives. She's investigated. She knows. She gets in her car with Sam. Shotgun in the back.
Oh, shotgun!
They have a shotgun. They live in the
my
country.
gosh, yeah.
Why would they not have a shotgun? All 3 women. Women power here. And they go after, and they chase down Jerry. 2 squad cars behind them.
Yeah.
Sam's hitting about 110. She's driving. Rusty old F-150. They catch up to Jerry. They notice his car. They pull up, and Jerry starts firing, actually.
Oh my gosh.
He fires behind them. Doo, doo, doo.
Wow.
One hits Sam in the shoulder, and she veers and almost hits 18-wheeler that was in the other lane. She swerves back just in time. Fires 3 more times. Doof, doof, doof. One of them impacts the engine, and you see smoke start coming out. And she's like, no! Like a pit maneuver. Hits the back of, like, the flank of his car. Jerry goes into a spin and flips. Doo-doo, doo-doo,
Wow.
doo-doo. 4 times. And they slam on the brakes and grind to a halt. Jerry's car flipped upside down on the highway. Jerry unbuckles his seatbelt. He's crawling through the glass.
Oh my gosh.
His forearm's cut, his face bloody. He's crawling. He broke one of his legs. You can see the bone sticking through the shin.
Oh, that's disgusting.
He's crawling. One of his arteries is probably cut on his forearm, but he doesn't care. He needs to live. Sam and Blake both walk out. Blake with the shotgun. The squad cars are about 100 feet behind him as Blake runs around, shotgun in hand, ready to face off with Jerry. Jerry with his pistol ready as he crawls through. He hears Blake's feet on the broken glass, and he turns around, whirls, pa, pa. The last 2 shots in his gun. One impacts Sam right in her thigh, right through her leg. It's a clean shot. Breaks the femur, and she falls to the ground, shotgun still in hand. And as she's falling, one shot, Jerry's face is just gone. Pellets are embedded in his skin as half of his skull just explodes.
What about, like...
Nope, that's how it ends. Jerry's skull just explodes, and Blake
Kids watching.
Blake is bleeding out on the ground.
Oh my gosh.
She has a smile on her face as she pumps it one more time. And as squad cars pull up, you just pull back on like a drone shot as Blake and Jerry both bleed. No credits.
Roll credits? No. Okay, so like in like Marvel films? Yeah, okay, please, because we have to have something happy.
Okay, yeah, go.
Like, okay, so it pans from a cereal bowl, all right, and you just looks at the cereal bowl, and she just eats cereal, and so she goes down for a bite, and it just picks up, and it's Blake, and she has some bandages and stuff on her, but she's getting her breakfast, and it starts to zoom out, dolly out a little bit, and you see Samantha at the table there, and her mom comes up and wraps her arms around Blake.
So
And
sentimental.
I know, it has to be sentimental. We have to have some good stuff in here. I mean, not that your scenes were good, but we have to have some sweet stuff. Samantha says, "Hey, I got you something." She leaves the scene, comes back in with a present, all bandaged up and stuff like that. She gingerly opens up the wrapping, and when she finds it, she starts to cry, and it's so sad, but so happy.
It's a present.
It's a present. But guess what the present is?
It's a present.
It's a picture of Lauren.
Oh.
And she cries, and Samantha gives a hug, and then it fades out, and that's how it ends.
It fades out.
Fades out. So that's us, Trey and Braxton. We hope you enjoyed our story plot twist. Hopefully we'll have another video out for you next week or something like that, So make sure to come back and subscribe at the bottom. Make sure to put a like.
Yeah,
and
we're
we'll
both
have
doing
some
it.
more. We're both doing it. It's a duo. Trey and Braxton, Trey.
Yeah.
Cool Cat Productions.
Don't say it. Don't say the name. They know.
They know.
We'll put it at the top.
Okay, we'll put it at the top. Cool Cat Productions.
I'm not putting the effect in there. You're doing that.
I know. All right. But thank you all for watching, and we hope you have an awesome week and enjoyed our video. All right, we all take care. Do you want to do something fun with the camera? I know some people go in.
No.
No?
We'll just fade it out. We'll fade it out.
Okay, fade out. Fade out. Dude, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Was that fun?
Yeah, it was a good time.